Do you feel like you're not making progress with your level in English at the moment? Do you feel like you're not advancing even if you may be speaking English on a regular basis in your work? Or perhaps you don't have much time to advance your English, even though you know that you will need it in the near future for a job or opportunity living internationally. Well, watch this video where you're going to hear about my focus strategy for improving your English on a daily basis in 30 minutes or less. My name is Ruth Whittle. I am the founder of English for Change. My mission is to help you speak English confidently and courageously so you can make change in your life, improve your life with better English, and also make a positive change in the world. So let's get into the video. So basically, if you're watching this video, you already have a good intermediate, upper intermediate, or even advanced level of English. But I think you will fall into one of these two categories. The first category is you are a person who speaks English for work, so on a regular basis, maybe even daily, but you feel stuck still in your level. You're using the same structures, you have a set vocabulary that you always use, but you just feel limited. You feel that you still can't interact with your colleagues adequately, and you feel very frustrated because even though you could speak to a good level and use it in your job regularly, you still don't feel fluent and completely comfortable in all situations. And so that might be you. But if it's not you, I think you could fall into the second category. And this category is someone who is not using English at the moment, but you do need English in the near future for a better job, a job where you need to use English, communicate internationally, where you want to travel abroad, where you want to live abroad and use English in that context. So you probably have limited time, you're working or studying full time, but not using English during this time mostly. So you have limited time, so you don't really know what to focus on. And so you don't really know the steps to advance. So whether you're one of these categories or something in between, I think you are going to think of a few solutions, and I'm going to just show you. You might go for the extreme of, I'm going to study my grammar book, I'm going to study my document of all the 12 tenses in English, I'm going to do grammar exercises every day. I have this schedule where I'm going to do like an hour of English every day, really look at the textbook and all of that. That was me for a long time with my French. So I am living in Belgium, in French-speaking Belgium at the moment. And so I am continually improving, trying to improve my French, trying to advance my French. And I, for a long time, fell into this trap of thinking that if I wasn't studying a textbook in French, then I was lazy and it was no good, that I couldn't advance otherwise. But that's the kind of extreme, perhaps scholarly approach of what you might feel like at the moment. But on the flip side, on the other hand, you will learn English over time. You will learn English while you're watching those TV series and movies. You'll have it in English, and then when you start to become more confident, you'll put the English subtitles on, and you'll catch a few words here and there, and you'll start to learn some phrases, and it's all going to come together, and you're going to be able to speak one day and be absolutely fluent. So I think those two approaches are not good, not effective. And so I'm going to tell you now my focused strategy that I suggest you do. And this is basically a self-study guide that I have created and that you can download for free as well in this video. So this strategy is all about paying more attention, being more observant and focused, and taking an active approach with your learning. So English has 4 skills. We have reading and listening. They are the 2 passive skills. And we have writing and speaking. They are the 2 active skills. So you need a combination of all of these to improve your English, to advance. And one of the things that often happens is we go towards one skill and we focus on that and then we get good at that, but then the other skills are not to the same level. So that often happens when you're watching TV series and movies. You improve your listening skills, but you don't necessarily improve your speaking skills. So your speaking skills are down here, but your listening skills are up here. So the plan that I have created, and you can download this guide that I have created for free for B2 and C1 English learners. So using these 4 skills, you need to find opportunities in your daily life to use these skills as often as possible. That can be tricky, that can be difficult to, find the time to organize, to choose a video of the right length, and then, you can listen to the video. Like the classic thing that I get a lot of my clients to do is to listen, watch a video and take notes, make a summary for me of the video and explain it in class. So you could write a summary, you could speak, and you could orally make a summary of what you've heard. So that's really good because you're taking in and then producing. You're listening and then producing through speaking, that kind of with that authentic source. But yeah, so it can take time really to create your own plan. And then there's the other problem of that motivation, and when life gets busy, believing that it's going to take a long time, and it can take a long time to plan and then also to actually execute your plan. So in order to advance your English, you need to be finding opportunities on a daily basis, on a consistent basis of using your skills, using all 4 skills. And that can often be difficult because, you have a busy schedule in work or whatever, and it can be difficult to find the time. It can be difficult to find the right resources. And so, and then we kind of lose motivation, or we say to ourselves that we are too busy to improve our English. English, like a skill, is best when we practice our English on a consistent, regular basis. So a daily basis is ideal. But as I just mentioned, it can be difficult to find that time. That is why I would say giving yourself 10 minutes, if you have 10 minutes, to 50% of the time practice a passive skill like reading a text or watching a video, and then 50% the rest of the time using that time to practice an active skill, whether that is speaking or writing. So I really truly believe that listening to a YouTube video for 5 minutes or even for 1 minute is much better, much more effective than watching a movie in English for 2 hours, or even watching a TV series for 30 minutes every day, because it's a much more focused approach where you can watch a video for 1 minute, you can repeat it if necessary, and you can learn to observe and notice certain vocabulary, expressions, verbs, and things that are used in these videos, and then try to use them actively. So that is what I would definitely suggest, is giving yourself whatever realistically you can give yourself. If that's 10 minutes, use those 10 minutes and use them effectively to practice both skills. But what happens, how can you, of course, practice your speaking skill? It's kind of difficult. Well, the easiest way is to get your phone. Now, I don't have my phone here, I have my Kindle, but get your electronic device and use the recorder on your electronic device, or use a recorder if you want to go old school, and record yourself speaking spontaneously for 1 minute, 2 minutes. It doesn't take long, but it's going to be really uncomfortable first. It's going to be really uncomfortable the first time you do it. But imagine if you do that every day for 5 days. You're going to see improvement, and you're going to get comfortable with your voice in English, literally comfortable speaking to yourself and listening back. Hopefully you will have the courage to listen back to you speaking in English. Again, it's really, I know, difficult the first time round, and I have gotten used to sending voice messages and things like that. I was really against it at the beginning, and now I'm completely converted, because I think there is something great about being spontaneous and being able to just practice spontaneously. So you don't always need a speaking partner to practice your speaking. So there's that block that you can get rid of straight away. But the other issue, I think, is the planning of your study session, for example. It's so much easier, for anything we're doing, like a diet plan, so if we want to lose weight, if we want to start an exercise routine, would you start the exercise on your own? Would you know what to do? So for me, I do Pilates at home. I watch home videos, YouTube videos, and I follow the exercises. I don't have to think for myself. I can just focus on actually doing it. So that's really what I want to do for you. And that is why I have this free PDF that you can download in the description of this video, and which can really take the thinking and the planning out of the actual doing, the study. So the doing is the most important part, and I think so many people get blocked, they just stop and they give up at the planning, decision-making phase of anything. So, I think once you start, it's going to get better, and you're going to see progress. You're going to then get more motivated to continue. So I just want to go through, and I'm just looking at my Kindle again. So this is my plan, as I said, that you can download in the description. And it's broken into 10 days. So it's a 10-day plan that you can use. And then, of course, you can kind of model this plan going forward on other resources that you find. The two topics that are covered are health and travel. Topics I think that we can all discuss. And in day one, for example, you read an article, you practice in day one your reading, your vocabulary, and your writing skills. So a passive and an active skill. So like taking notes, listening when you read an article or when you watch a video, taking notes on those 4. So I just limit it to 4. 4 interesting or new adjectives, and 4 new, interesting, and new nouns, 4 new and interesting expressions. The reason that I say new and interesting is because we have new words that we've never heard before, and that's always good to start to put into your repertoire, into your list of vocabulary that you can start to integrate and start to use actively. But there is also the vocabulary that is interesting that we don't. So I call it interesting because it's something that maybe we identify, we kind of know passively, but we don't really know how to use. We're not confident using. So that's why I say new and interesting. The days, and you can see in the PDF when you download it, the days are broken down. So you have an article, then you have a speaking day where you record yourself speaking, it goes like that. Interesting topics on health, on sleep, on serotonin levels for our feeling happy, on travel, on sustainable travel, on over-tourism, all of these really current, interesting topics that you can really get into and get thinking about and debating about in English, finding the words in English, getting that vocabulary from the text, the passively learning, listening, reading, and then producing, because that is the important stage of production when you are speaking English. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this first video of mine, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.